Hi there and welcome back to the channel, Life of Bob. Today we're going on another walk. Currently we're here at Sheffield Station, and today's walk is going to take us round down the one river I've not walked down yet, which is the River Sheaf. So now a little interesting fact about the River Sheaf is it does actually flow underneath Sheffield Station. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a train here up to Dore Totley station, which is close to where the Sheaf enters the city. It actually enters the city a bit further out than that. But there is a trail that goes roughly from the top of Millhouses Park all the way down into town and to somewhere called Granville Square, which is not far from here. And I'll link to websites and I'll give a little bit of history about it when I'm on the train. But I'm going to start off by heading up to Dore Totley station. From there I'll pick up the Sheaf Valley Trail there and come down into town. Now unfortunately it's not a particularly nice trail for a lot of it. A lot of it is not complete, and because the Sheaf Valley corridor tends to be a lot more commercialised, a lot more busy, a lot more retail and industrial places that are actually on the river. It is not a full river walk, and there's going to be a lot of detouring around buildings, but we'll see what it's like because I've never done it. Yeah, so I'll pick you up again in a little while. Hi there, so here's a little interesting fact. I'm now on the railway station at the south end of platform 5. And just next to me here, below me, there is this wooden access panel. Now what a lot of people don't know, and what many people don't know, is what this is. This is an access panel to the River Sheaf, because just here is where the River Sheaf and the River Porter join together. So if you look in the direction I'm hopefully pointing the camera now, that is the car park at the Q Park at Sheffield Station, and to the right of it is where the River Porter travels. So the River Porter actually flows along the right hand side of that in this direction. And what we've got here coming from that direction is the River Sheaf, and underneath this panel here is where the River Sheaf and the River Porter meet. Now apparently there's going to be plans to open up this with a glass floor and lights so you can actually see it at some time, but I don't know when that will happen. Don't hold your breath. But yeah, I will check some facts, but and I'll put a little bit of voiceover, a little bit about the history of the station and the covering over of the River Sheaf, and I'll talk about it in a bit. And from here it flows in that direction, eventually meeting the River Don. And on one of my previous walks where I did this 5 years walk from Ladies Bridge, we saw where it joined the River Don. And currently there are quite a lot of plans to actually open up the River Sheaf in that area with a River Sheaf, with a riverside sitting area, etc. But yeah, just an interesting one. In fact, you can't hear it very well here, but I can just about hear the river underneath here. Oh, it could be just the sound of the engines, I'm not sure. So anyway, that's a little one. So I say I'm going to show a little bit of video as we catch the train to Dore Totley station, and then we'll be walking down the river to Granville Square. But yeah, just an interesting one, little bit of a side information there. So yeah, underneath here we're actually standing where the River Porter and the River Sheaf meet. So there, thought you might find that interesting. There we go. So as promised, here's a little bit of history about the river. Okay, so the River Sheaf is one of Sheffield's hidden lifelines. It began in the hills southwest of the city, where small streams like Blackerdyke, Redcar Brook and Totley Brook came together near Dore Totley. And from there, the Sheaf flows north, dropping nearly 400 feet as it cuts through the valley, which was perfect for powering a lot of the early industries that helped to build Sheffield. Along its banks stood dozens of mills. Walk Mill, first recorded around 1280, changed over the centuries from a fulling mill to a cutler's wheel, a scythe grinder and even a saw works before it was eventually cleared for the railway. Further downstream, Whirlow Wheel and Abbeydale Works used the river's power. Abbeydale Works, which is now the Abbeydale Industrial Hamlet, is one of the best surviving reminders of Sheffield's industrial past and well worth a visit when it's open and doing some demonstrations. The river then continued past Millhouses Park, where a huge underground tank now helps prevent flooding. Nearby, Little London Wheel carried on water powering metalworking well into the 1950s, long after most traditional mills had stopped. The Sheaf also has a much deeper story. Its tributary, the Mears Brook, once marked the boundary between Anglo-Saxon kingdoms of Mercia and Northumbria, and later the border between Yorkshire and Derbyshire, and the very name Sheffield comes from the River Sheaf, linked to the old words meaning to divide. As the river reaches the city centre, it disappears from view, and in the 1800s the Midland Railway bought the rights to build its station directly over the river, which sent the Sheaf into a series of culverts beneath Sheffield. Deep under platform 5A, where we saw the panel earlier in the video, it meets the Porter Brook, and from there it flows underground beneath Ponds Forge, travelling through huge tunnels until finally joining the River Don near Castle Gate. Though much of it now runs out of sight, the River Sheaf still shapes the city, its history, its valley, its name. Hidden beneath the streets, it continues to flow, carrying with it centuries of Sheffield's story. So that's a little bit of history for you, and now we'll carry on with the walk. Right, so here we are at Dore Totley Station. So what we're going to do, we're going to head over to that railway bridge there, because I believe, according to the official map, it starts at the top of, according to the website, it looks like it only goes up as far as Abbey Lane and Millhouses Park, but if you actually look on the maps, it does show it starting just the other side of the railway tracks here on that bridge. So I'm going to head in that direction and see how far we get. So I'll do the usual for the boring bits of the journey, where you're just walking along roads and there's not really an awful lot to see. I'll do the usual thing of speeding up the film, and we'll see where we go. So I do hope you're enjoying the walk. As I say, this is one of my several walks that I do on the channel. So if you do like the idea of these walks, do please consider giving it a like and a subscribe. I mean, giving it a thumbs up does help the channel. It doesn't cost anything, but it does help the algorithms build things up a bit. Okay, so I forgot to press the button again. So yeah, currently we're in, we just started, so we walked across the bridge and joined Lady Springwood. I'll head down here. So hello again and welcome back to the channel, as I said. So now we're actually on the walk. So we came out of Dore Totley Station and we walked just along and up across 20 Lane, and we're now on in essentially somewhere called Lady Springwood, and we've joined up with the river here. So we've started the walk down the river here. If you go on the actual website for the Sheaf Valley Trust, it shows the walk really, or the map that they give you shows the walk really going from Granville Square up to the top end of Millhouses Park. But if you actually look on the maps, if you actually look on the maps, it does show the Sheaf Valley Trail starting at higher than that, and so I've gone a little bit higher. So I got to Dore Totley Station and walked up to a little bit further to 20 Lane, across the bridge that goes over the river and the railway tracks, and started down the path I'm on now, which is through an area called Ladysmith Woods. Now what I've got to work out is where the path goes now. I think it goes up there. So this is probably not the best path to come, and I'm sort of regretting it already. I'm just opposite Dore Totley Station here now. But this does not look particularly good walking way, so I would say don't come this way if you want to come and do this walk. I would say start it at Millhouses Park. And one could say it's definitely a river walk. I'm almost walking in the river, which is interesting. Okay, this is probably not the best, definitely not the best route for me to take, I don't think. Oh, so yeah, my recommendations is start the walk at Millhouses Park, because I know going down from Millhouses Park, it's proper paths and proper roads, and you don't have to scramble along the riverbank like I'm doing here. Well, it could be that the river is slightly higher than normal because of a lot of the rain that we've had. This is interesting. Let's get around here, try not to fall into the river. Oh wow, that was so that bit was particularly fun. Or not, but yeah, I'm going to take it really steadily along here. Oh, right. So here we are at, I think, Beauchief Golf Course. It was interesting because when I was looking at a map, I couldn't work out how it works. It looked as if the path took you above the golf course, but then there was no obvious way across. But it does actually look like the path actually comes to this side and splits here to take you on the riverside of the golf course, which is good. It means it's a bit more straightforward. Right, so here we actually pick up the first real sign for the River Sheaf walk. So there we go, the River Sheaf walk, and we're heading towards Granville Square, which is where we will end up. So we start properly on the River Sheaf walk. So we are by the river. And here we are at the top end of Millhouses Park. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, here in the park we've got this thing called a heart trail. It says the heart trail is a cardiac rehabilitation walk around the park with the marker posts approximately 100 metres apart. The full walk from marker 1 to 21 is 2.5 kilometres, but walk as far as you are able. Can you walk a little farther next time? So the pond's frozen over, not surprised. It has been a very cold snap last night. I got down to about -2, -3. But the important thing to me at the minute is this building here, which is the cafe. So time for a bit of refreshment, and I'll catch you again in a little while. So there we go. Fed and watered. So I'm going to head down then. So I'm going to get back down to by the river, and then we'll carry on with the trail down into town. First thing I wanted to do is come down here, because as you walk down the river, there are these information wheels. So I'll try and take a picture of this one. So basically, what I'll do, I'll then put it on the screen. So basically, if you want to read it, you can do, and you can pause the video to see it. So I'll try and the Barton wheel on the right hand side and the Ecclesall mill on the left hand side. So let's River Sheaf walk, gravel route on there, so we'll head up here. So here we are back by the river. Do you know why they're here? No, I've no idea what that is. That's a funny little vehicle. Looks like a, almost looks like a fairground car of some sort. Oh, that's weird. Well, there you go. So we're well above the river here. So we're going to be So again, another sign. So head down this way. So the river, I mean, funnily enough, follows roughly the course of the railway line, which actually makes a lot of sense if you think about it, because the drop is gradual, and so from a point of view of the terrain for trains, it also is quite gradual. Beauchief walk. So there, as I said, there are several information wheels as you walk down the river. This is just one of them, and I will take pictures of each one as I come across them. So let's so we meet up with the river again. Yeah, so the only problem with this sort of this walk is that we do you move away from the river an awful lot, especially this bit where you've got lots of sort of industrial and sort of retail. Back by the river, there we go. And we have another information wheel. This one is on Saxon Road, so let's oh look, I took a picture in the middle of the other one, never mind. So, another information wheel. This one says Healy Bridge, and it's saying Healy Station. I can read this one a bit better. It says in more recent times on this site a Bailey Bridge was used to provide temporary support until funds were available to construct the new bridge. This current bridge, as finished and opened at the turn of the last millennium, the railway came through the area in 1860s and the station was opened in 1870. The existing station building was built in 1901 and finally closed in 1968. Back by the river. So again, the river comes here, and this is the bridge over. So we've got the main channel for the river here, which then crosses over to there. So here we are by the River Sheaf as we get closer to the centre. We complete the River Sheaf walk. From here, the river goes underground, and it goes off into that direction, where it then goes under the on the Sheffield railway station, and under platform 5 where we started off. I'm going to head sort of in that direction now. So then it travels from here underneath the railway station where it meets the River Sheaf under platform 5, and then the River Sheaf travels in a lot of big culverts all the way until it meets the River Don just by Ladies Bridge. So yeah, I just thought I'd add this little bit of video onto the end, just to show you. So here we are back at Sheffield Station where we started our journey about just under 4 hours ago. It was about 11:45 when I was here before. It's now about 3:45. So I'm going to end the video there. As I say before, if you do enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing because it does help the channel. And I will see you all next time.